enveloping your mind like the fragrant smoke that bathes you in your favorite yakiniku restaurant. It's DIA, or Dudes in Asia. What up, peoples? As always, this is David Hayter.
And this is David Wynn, a.k.a. Noogie the Snowman.
It's Christmas Day, Tuesday, December 25th. We're recording this in the past, but I'm positive my ass is having a Merry Christmas, and I'm probably eating some tamales.
I'm sure you is, Hater. Anyway, Merry Christmas to all our listeners. We truly thank you all for listening and tuning in and listen to us two knuckleheads. Anyway, since this is pre-recorded, what's your plans for Christmas there, buddy?
You know, for Christmas, I'm going to be going back to the USA. You know, I went last year, it was pretty good. This year's a little different. You know, I'm flying out on like a standby ticket. And so basically it's like what would I say? He's like my father-in-law, you know, because he's like my brother's father-in-law, you know. But he was a mechanic for Delta back in the day. And like he came out, you know, with his daughter, my brother's wife, to Japan, and I was basically like the tour guide for like a week. It's like, you know, David, you showed us a good time. I get like these kind of hooked up tickets from Delta. You want to use it, let me know. I was like, sweet, sounds good, you know. And then the thing is, like, it's like a buddy pass, and you don't actually pay for the price of the ticket, you just pay all the taxes.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
But the thing is that you fly on standby. You know, so like your seat on the plane like ain't guaranteed. You know what I mean?
You might not be sitting together either, right?
Yeah, that's also true. But if they're like the standby status is like standby for first class.
Oh shit.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, dude. Oh, dude, that's so fucking awesome.
Yeah, so if there's open seats in first class, you get that shit, you know?
But, like, how much in advance do they let you know?
Oh, you just show up to the airport, and then you hope you get on, man.
And then hopefully if not that flight, then maybe the next flight. If not that flight, maybe the next flight type thing?
Yeah, but from where I'm going from Nagoya to LAX. There's, like, one flight I can take each day at, like, 9:40 p.m.
So if it don't work, then you got to wait for the next night.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
You
That's
know?
cool.
Yeah, but then the itinerary, man, is going LAX to Hawaii. You know? And then Hawaii. I'm sorry, not LAX. Nagoya to Hawaii. And then Hawaii to LAX, you know?
Are you on standby too from Hawaii to LAX?
I sure am.
Ooh.
Yeah, but then the thing that's cool, though, is like I got like a 6-7 hour layover in Hawaii. I'm just going to check off the plane, like, you know, immigrate back to America. Be like, what up? Here's my passport. I'm from here. Like, oh, welcome back, sir. We've been waiting for you. No.
So essentially you could just be like, I'm going to take 2 days in Hawaii and then continue my leg back to LA.
You know, I could have done that, but
I mean,
like the way they booked
though.
it, is it's like you want to try to get yourself on the next flight out. Yeah. But even still, though, man, like I could have asked for that, but you know, I want to get back for like Christmas and shit too.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. But yeah. I mean, like if you had like, you know, more time, you could work out a deal like that.
You definitely could.
Goddamn, that's dope.
Yeah,
all first class. You
possibly, yeah. But the thing is, though, is that like say you like booked like a hotel and shit in Hawaii, and then you missed your flight, like zanen, bastard. You know, that's too bad for you.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yeah, but like I got like 6-7 hours in Hawaii. I'm like, I'm gonna get off the plane. I'm gonna get my bags and shit. I'm gonna like pay some dude like money to like they have a service in the airport in Hawaii where like they'll keep like your bags like if you pay them. And like, I'm just gonna take my ass over to the beach and like get a few cocktails. You know what I mean?
Got a loco moco.
Oh hell yeah! You feel me? It's happening. Yeah. But yeah, man. Anyway, what's up with you, dog? You got any plans, man?
Christmas Day is a work day.
Oh, yeah. It's just a regular ass day, right?
A regular ass day. Yep, there it is. That's my plan right there, buddy. Nah, man. So I am attending a friend of mine's wedding in the end of January.
Yeah.
But my goal is to like keep my regiment of like 4:30 every morning. Even on New Year's Day, I'm not going to celebrate crap. Like I'm going to get up at 4:30 on New Year's Day and just continue doing my thing until like January like 23rd.
Yeah.
then I'm gonna really have a good vacay.
Nice.
So
Hell
that's
yeah.
the goal, man. I'm gonna just stay disciplined for like a good minute. So even Christmas Day, I'm gonna wake up at 4:30 and do my thing.
Damn. Well, you see, what you should do is like New Year's Eve, just go get shit faced and then just work out that way.
Maybe I'll do
Nah.
it for 40. But nah, that's okay. Anyways,
Yeah.
I want to really enjoy this like vacation though. So yeah, that's
feel you,
like
though, dude.
nothing going on over here. Nothing
Right
going on
on.
over here, man.
Right on. Yeah, man, that's kind of counterproductive, right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to lose any days right now. Like I got invited to go out like drinking on Saturday. This past Saturday, I was like, nah, dude. I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah.
I got a game plan. I was gonna stick to that shit.
And and that's how it's done, dude. Like, I just remember somebody's like, yeah, man, if you want to be like an exceptional person, like you can't do the same shit everybody else does. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like
Man,
other people, like, yeah, you know what I mean? It's like they're gonna be like, hey, we're doing this day. It's like, sorry, bruh, I'm on my plan. It's like, oh my goodness.
That David Goggins guy is one hell of an inspiration.
Yeah, right.
Check out his book. Like hater, like dude, I know you would really respect the fuck out of that guy.
Already do,
like,
man.
yeah, like Navy SEAL, Rangers, Delta Force. Like this guy's just beasting, man.
Yeah. Well, I looked a little bit into him, right? And it was like
Yeah.
ultra marathon runner. I'm like, anybody who can run an ultra marathon, and you already get props,
Mm-hmm.
like
But
I did that.
then you see look at all of his other shit. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like I did a half marathon. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah. Exactly. No, like he like the first like marathon he did, like he had to prove himself to someone to get into this really bad, like really like the race in like Death Valley or something like that.
Oh, I think that is. I don't know if that's Mojave. Fucking, I think
Yeah,
it is.
something like that. So he
Yeah.
had to kind of prove to this guy like, okay, running for 24 hours.
Oh
And
wow.
this guy like never trained in 3 days, just like ran 100 miles in 24 hours. But like at mile 70, like he had broke bones in his feet and everything, like pissing blood, shit on himself. Like he was in a bad way. But then like something just clicked. He's like, fuck this, dude. I'm gonna go, and
Yeah.
motherfucker made his like I think 100 miles in like 18 hours.
Damn.
Yeah, this guy's just crazy, dude.
That's nuts, man. Well, like,
Yeah.
I remember before, I went to the USS Midway Museum. That's like the aircraft carrier down in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
And like, someone's like, hey, man, like this would be a good shirt for you. It says like failure is not an option. I was like, I don't want that shirt. They're like, really? I'm like, yeah, I reserve the option to fail. Yeah. Like, I ain't gonna fucking sport some shit I ain't about.
Keeping it real. Keeping it real.
Oh yeah, man, you gotta know yourself and know your enemy, man. Art of war, that's assured victory.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anywho, yeah, man, it's the holiday season, dude.
Yeah, man. So yeah, for today's episode, we're gonna be talking a little bit about what did we say? It was gonna be like Christmas and New Year's in Japan, right?
I think it was just Christmas, and the
Oh.
next episode was New Year's, right? Actually, no, you're right. You're right.
I
Christmas
mixed
and
it
New
up.
Year's.
I mixed it up, man. I flipped the script on you. Didn't even tell you nothing.
No, you sure did.
That's how gangster I am, son.
Yeah.
But like this one's gonna be about the holidays, and then the next one will be kind of like a year in review. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So
No,
I
that's
figured that'd be
good
pretty
game
chill.
plan there. Good game plan.
Yeah, man. So today, we're gonna talk about Christmas and New Year's in Japan and Vietnam. Kind of like what's different, what's the same, how do people celebrate it, and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, what do you think? You talked first last time, right? You can hit me up with the BS this time, dog.
So, bro, what do you notice that is different from here to there?
I think the big thing is that like Christmas and Japan and like the States are kind of like reversed in Japan.
What do you mean by reversed?
So like in America, like Christmas is like a religious holiday, you know, and like most people spend it with their family. A lot of businesses are closed and stuff, right? And then like New Year's is kind of like your party holiday. That's where like you meet up with like your homeboys, like you go flex it, you have a good time, like go to Vegas, like stay out all night, fucking while out and shit, you know. And then like in Japan, like Christmas is kind of like more like Valentine's Day, you know. Yeah, like it's a commercial holiday. It's kind of like a date night, you know.
Fried chicken day, right?
Oh yeah. People do eat fried chicken on Christmas with Christmas cake. Like if you want to get your fried chicken, you gotta get like a reservation at KFC.
Yeah.
And
I
like,
mean, is it like the KFC holiday on top of that? Not just like fried chicken, but like KFC fried chicken?
yeah, pretty much, man. Like it's KFC, man. Like other people try to slang their chicken, but like if you're balling, like if you're a baller, man, if you're a boss, you don't eat no fucking bullshit chicken, man. You got KFC, nickel. I don't know, man. But yeah,
okay.
because like, you know, I heard that like back in the day in the 70s, there was a commercial for KFC, and it was around Christmas time, and they just showed like a nice white family sitting down Christmas dinner and like busting out like a barrel of chicken, you know.
And that's what people thought was like Christmas.
Yeah, that image stuck. They're like, that's what happens. So like, I remember I asked somebody, like a guy at my work, you know, in the office, he was like, so Dave, like, what do you do back home for Christmas? I was like, what do you think we do? He's like, you know, I just have the image, like everyone sits down, you know, and like it's kind of cold outside. They have like a fireplace going, and everybody just reaches into that bucket of chicken and like just tears it up. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, not really. You know, I don't know how that started, man, but I think too, like when we have Christmas music in Japan, like it's like old school Christmas music, man. Like you'll hear it in all the stores, and like everything you hear will be like Last Christmas.
Same song.
Yeah,
like, dude, Vietnam loves Last Christmas like no other too, man.
Right? I guess it's an Asian thing, huh?
Yeah, it might be like they don't even realize like, it's like a heartbreak song either.
Yep.
They just hear the words like Last Christmas and there's like a catchy melody, but it's like, are you listening to the lyrics?
Yeah, you know. And then the other one you'll hear is like that "All I Want for Christmas Is You," like Mariah
Carey. Yeah, same shit. Oh my god, dude. Okay.
And then the John Lennon, "So This Is Christmas," bing, 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 and what have you done? Yeah, but I think it's because John Lennon had a Japanese wife and a half Japanese kid, so he's still popular out here.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you know, and then you know, so that's like Christmas basically, you know, and then thinking about like New Year's out in Japan, like it's more serious, you know what I mean? It's like what Christmas is in the States. So like starting around like the 28th, like 29th, everybody gets time off of work, and like everyone's supposed to go to like their hometown, you know, and then they kind of spend like New Year's Eve like with their family, you know, they have a good time, and then like they wake up but New Year's Day, and then you know, they eat this stuff called like osechi, and like it's pricey as hell. It costs a gang of money.
What is osechi, please?
I really don't even know, man. It's just like it's supposed to be like good luck food, you know what I mean? But like it's like just inflated as hell. Like maybe the ingredients are expensive, I don't know, but you get like a box of food for like $100, $200, like $500, you know? Yeah.
Wait. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but then I've never eaten it because I'm just gonna take my happy ass up to McDonald's and spend that same amount of money and eat for a month.
Yeah, pretty much.
But no, like I don't know. I talked to somebody who ate it, and they're like, yeah, it's not that good. Everything just tastes like the same, you know, like yeah, not a lot of flavor, but it's supposed to be food that's gonna bring you like good luck for the next year, you know.
That's an Asian thing for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the other thing too on New Year's in Japan is like all the kids get money. You know, I'm sure that's like another Asian thing too, you know.
But it sounds that almost sounds like the equivalent of like thut in Vietnam.
It probably is.
Yeah.
But
Time
I guess
with the family eating this like, you know, like traditional thing, and then kids get money. It sounds like a very thut thing.
Yeah, but then that's on like the lunar calendar, right?
Yeah, that's the lunar calendar.
Yeah. So I bet like, you know, sometime in the 1800s, you know, Japan used to do that, and they're like, fuck it, we're like British now, man.
Yeah, fuck the Chinese people.
Yeah, they're like, F everybody else. We do what we want. We celebrate on New Year's Day like our British homeboys. Yeah.
Nice.
Dude, like one kid, like some kids, man, they get like a little bit of money, like 20, $30. Other kids get like a couple hundred. This one kid got like $1,000. And I was like, damn, you got $1,000 for New Year's? He's like, yep. I was like, what happened? And like in English, this is English class. He's like, my mother, ATM in. So like, his mom just took his money. I was like, you saving this shit, motherfucker. Yeah. So yeah, I think those are like the big differences. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So how's it in Vietnam, man? We touched on it a little bit, but what do you think, dude?
Christmas it feels very Western for sure, but it's definitely not a day off from work.
Yeah,
unless you're
right?
like Christian, you could kind of just like, I believe in, Jesus and things like that.
Yeah.
But it's still another day. But the music is there.
Yep.
They do sure as hell love Last Christmas. But you can kind of notice like when maybe Christmas began to like come into play in Vietnam was like because their Christmas music is like dance, techno, recent, maybe in the last 5 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like none of the soft stuff that we had back home, like like some Bing Crosby or something. You know? It's all man. Like Mariah Carey or God knows who, and it always has like a beat to it or just like some dance music to it. Yeah, it's just like motherfuck, because we put like a office stereo in, and I started putting on some old classics, and people just could not do it.
Yeah,
they're like going to sleep. Music. Yeah, it's like this isn't Christmas music. It's like y'all don't know shit. But the decorations, it's all there.
Yeah.
Food wise, I don't think there's like a really tradition to it yet compared to like what Japan has with the whole fried chicken and like a Christmas cake. Definitely not there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just another day, but people just like I think Christmas Eve people like really hit the streets and just drive around, look at all the lights. They do a damn good job of here decorating for sure. Like it's pretty intricate. I'm surprised.
Nice,
especially in Saigon. I can't really say for the other cities.
Yeah, they actually do a little bit of that in Japan too. Like depending on the city you're at, they call it illumination. Mm-hmm. So if you're out here traveling around Christmas time, you can see like some crazy lights and shit, dude. It's pretty ridiculous. It like knocks America's dick in the dirt. Yeah. But it's very Japanese, dude. Like it's super planned, like super coordinated, like pulled off to like perfection.
Yeah. New Year's also a fairly recent thing as well, because if you guys know Vietnam, it's like Thut is like the big holiday. That's like the lunar calendar. Turn of the page. So the New Year's from the Gregorian calendar, it's just another day, but they actually do celebrate the whole midnight countdown and drink and have a day off the next day.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't. It's not as serious because it's just like late night chill with your friends. But that's when like it really goes down.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we'll do another episode on that. Yeah.
Yeah. When that time comes, we'll talk about that for sure.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
This year I'm gonna celebrate it even though I'm not there. I'll just tell my boss like, look, February I'm out. I'm Vietnamese now.
So New Year's it's not too big,
okay.
but at least it's an excuse to go out, drink, and still have a day off tomorrow, and then get ready for work.
For sure. Oh, so there's no work on New Year's Day out there, huh?
At least my office has like the day off for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, but I think it's actually becoming the standard now. They know what's up.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what would you say is the same between like America and Vietnam with regards to like Christmas and New Year's?
Okay, so off the top of my head, it's like you see the decorations as soon as Thanksgiving is up. I don't know why they started seeing more Thanksgiving stuff here for some reason. That's such an American holiday. Yeah. But around the end, like around the Thanksgiving time, you start seeing the decorations, start hearing the music. So that's the same.
Yeah.
Presents.
Yeah.
That's all I can think about the Christmas thing. I mean, they do have the Christmas music, but it's just a little more up to date to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for Christmas. New Year's is countdown and just probably drink. I don't think there's no kiss though.
Yeah, right. For sure. Dude.
I haven't been out on New Year's in a while.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like in Japan, dude. Like you're saying that the decorations come out like right after Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Japan, the decorations come out like right after Halloween.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like it changes like that, you know. But it's actually interesting. Like in Japan, like before Christmas is like the biggest like commercial holiday, you know, where like people buy shit, spend money going out, all that. And like recently, Halloween overtook Christmas as a commercial holiday. You know, where like people spend money on costumes, like go have a Halloween party, all that kind of stuff. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really, but I'm trying to figure out like so they're spending more money to like have more intricate costumes compared to like spending more money on gifts. I would assume spending money on gifts would be like racking up the money compared to Halloween.
Yeah. Well, I think in Japan, like with people like don't really buy Christmas gifts. Like they rather just give people cash on New Year's, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So like maybe you'll get like a little present, like some chocolate. Yeah, I mean think of it like Valentine's Day. Like somebody will bring you like flowers, you know, like chocolate, whatever, you know. And then like certain places, like you'll see kind of like a Santa Claus, but they don't really have like the mall Santas. Like maybe just like the local gaijin dresses up like Santa, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds
and
like
then,
it too.
Yeah. I have a Santa suit too, man. I'll probably bust it out one day, but I'm like, if I'm gonna wear that shit and sweat, I need the cash. I don't do it for free, man.
They better give us our cheese.
No. Right? Yeah. And then for the New Year's, like it's kind of like what you said. You know, they have a countdown, but it's like who doesn't? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's like the world standard now. So.
Yeah. So, do you have anything else to say about like how, like, you know, Vietnamese people celebrate like Christmas and New Year's? Like, how would like the typical person do it in Vietnam?
Man, it's almost like any other day, to be honest. Vietnamese people just try to find an excuse to drink and eat.
Yeah, right.
You know how it is, bro. You know how it is.
Well, like you figure in the U.S., man, like we got like St. Patty's Day and like Cinco de Mayo. Like, you know what you're celebrating? No, I'm just gonna drink this beer, man.
Yep. That's exactly what's going on out here. But they try to find it like on a daily basis.
Yeah, right.
That's my great grandfather's like death anniversary. It's like, do you even know who he is? Nope, don't give a fuck. We just celebrating it.
Yeah,
We getting drunk and we eating.
Exactly, man. Yeah, for sure, man. But yeah, I think I don't know, in Japan, like most people, like, you know, if they got like a boyfriend, girlfriend, they'll go out on like a fancy date for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And like what's funny is like if you're in Japan on Christmas and you want to go to like a restaurant, like a fancy restaurant, they'll be like, oh, at this time we have the Christmas menu, you know. It's like maybe the normal course dinner that you wanted that was like $60 is now like 120, you know. And like you'll have like foie gras and like omar'd lobster and like all this BS, you know. So it's like a way for them to make some extra cash, you know. But I figure like most people, they'll eat like their KFC and they'll have like a party, maybe like have a few like presents to exchange, nothing big. And then like, you know, for New Year's, like people go home and visit their family. You know, if they can't visit their family or like they don't want to or their family isn't around, then they'll like go out with friends, you know. And then usually for the countdown, people like to go to a shrine, you know. And usually like a Shinto shrine, because it's like a holy place, you know, and that way you're starting off the new year like holy as hell, even though you're drunk. You know. Yeah. And then, you know, they'll eat that expensive ass food in the morning, you know. And then I think like New Year's is the one time like in Japan where like most people get a break from work, you know. Like there are like signs on businesses and shit in Japan, and it'll be like no days off in the middle of the year, you know. I was like, and that's like the actual symbol for it. It says like the middle. I was like, wow, so that means they never take any days off. And then you go up there on New Year's, like we're closed for New Year's holidays. I'm like, oh, I see, because that's the that's the end of the year and the beginning of the year, but the whole rest of the year is like no days off, you know.
Oh,
yeah,
jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So moving on to the next one, dude. So how do you like celebrate the holidays yourself? You know, being abroad.
I don't do anything special, to be honest, man.
Oh, really?
Nothing at all, dude.
For sure, man.
Besides, like, just
yeah.
buying a gift for, my wife or something. Well, this year will be a little different. Probably want to take Grace out and let her see the lights. Probably buy her a little something small. But before that, dude, I just treat it like any other day.
No doubt, man.
How about you, dude?
You know, for me, like, because I teach English and we always get our vacation around the holiday season,
Mm-hmm.
Like, so usually I'm like traveling, you know what I mean? If I'm still in Japan or like somebody's visiting me, you know what I mean? And so like on Christmas, like it's a good time to travel because it's another day of work, everybody's still working in Japan. And, I still think about the family back home. Like I might buy some stuff ahead of time, ship them some presents back.
Mm-hmm.
But like for me, like Christmas Eve is cool, maybe I'll go out and eat like a fancy dinner, maybe just eat whatever. But on Christmas morning, man, this is my own tradition. I started it a while back. I always watch the California Raisins Christmas special.
Nice.
Yeah, you know that? You seen that, dude?
Of course.
Yeah, the claymation, man. You gotta watch.
That claymation Christmas was the shit, dude. I remember that.
Or it's what I put down California Raisins. That's what I remember it for. I think it's called like Will Vinton's Christmas special or something.
The one was there's like a T-Rex host.
Yeah, the T-Rex.
The fat Triceratops, right?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah.
And it's like about like 20 minutes, and like it's a stroll down memory lane,
Dude, I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
And like
that's a good one.
Yeah, man, check it out. But for me, I always eat the Family Mart chicken. The Fammy chicken, man. And I'm telling you, I went to Kyoto one time, like Christmas Day, and these fools are outside slinging it, man. They're like, "Come get your chicken. We got chicken on the lizard," And there's like 2 or 3 dudes out in front of the convenience store with like a kind of like a mobile like cart, like for food, and they just got chicken all in that bitch,
Nice.
It just became a way for like Japan to sell like all the chicken they have,
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Get rid of the inventory.
Yeah. And then like, for New Year's, like, I don't got no family in Japan, man, so I'm just on my own. No. But, usually kind of like go out to a bar to karaoke. Like, the homeboy Nathan came to visit me a couple years ago, and like we're in Nagoya for New Year's. Mm-hmm. And it's like, we went to a bar and like got pretty slung out. And then like we were waiting for the New Year's countdown. Like he doesn't sing, but we went and did karaoke, and he could just drink all he wants, and I was singing the night away. And like, man, you see just a bunch of drunk fools strolling around, and they're just talking a lot of shit, dude. They're just like, oh man, like not to me, but like to their homeboys, like they're in a crew of 5, and they're just looking at the one guy with his head down that can't hang. They're like, what's your fucking problem, man? You're fucking weak. Die, motherfucker, die. Like, like, and that's all you hear all day is like people just shit talking their homeboys,
that sounds like someone I know.
Yeah. But then like at around like 11 p.m. everything just clears out and it becomes like silent, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then that's when people head to the shrines, so usually I'll eat some grub, like go to the shrine, have the countdown, and then like New Year's Day I just like to chill out and like cook something at home because all the restaurants are fucking closed. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah,
I need to start a tradition now.
Yeah, it's good to start traditions, man. You know what Confucius says, right?
What?
Confucius says that those without traditions are barbarians.
Shit, I guess I'm barbaric.
Hell yeah, you can call your ass Conan.
I guess so.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, man, I think we're approaching that half-hour mark again, dude.
Be showy is.
Yep.
Showy is.
So that does it for another fresh episode of Dudes in Asia. Have a Merry Christmas, have a Happy New Year, and all that jazz. Whether you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Festivus for the rest of us, or nothing at all, do it to the fullest.
Festivus for the rest of us.
That's right.
That was a good one. Yep. Go hard or go home, man. So yeah, again, wishing our listeners, I'm pretty sure it's mostly our friends and family anyway, happy holidays. You'll be hearing from me soon. So anyway, this is Noogie the Snowman signing out. Be sure to check out our blog at dudesinasia.blogspot.com or hit us up on Facebook at facebook.com/dudesinasia.
If you want to follow me on Twitter, search for @DavidHater. That's @DAVIDH8R. Peace out.
Peace out and happy holidays.